Welcome to the 7th video on calculus. In this video, we are going to discuss function arithmetic and composite functions. So let's get started with function arithmetic. So the concept of function arithmetic is like adding functions, adding two functions, subtracting two functions, multiplication and division of functions. So let's see how they work. Let's take two examples. Let's take an example of two functions, f of x, which is x squared minus 3, and g of x, which is 3x plus 8. Yes, so these are two functions, and we can just like add these two functions, f plus g. How can we do that? We can just add these two functions to create a combination like this. F plus g of x is the sum of these two functions. So what is f plus g of x is going to be? It's just going to be f of x plus g of x. It's just going to be the sum of the outputs of the functions that we are adding, right? So the functions are just going to be the sum of these two functions is going to be just the sum of these outputs, which is now x square minus 3 plus 3x plus 8, right? F of x plus g of x, which means it is x square plus 3x plus 5. Yes, so that's addition of functions, sum of functions. Now let's move on to subtraction of functions. Let's say f minus g. We can just subtract these two functions and get a combination like f minus g of x. So what is this going to be? This is just going to be the subtraction, the difference of these outputs, that is f of x minus g of x. So the difference of these two functions is going to be the difference of the outputs, f of x minus g of x. It's going to be x squared minus 3 minus 3x plus 8. So it's going to be x squared minus 3x minus 3 minus 8, right? So minus 11. X squared minus 3x minus 11 is the difference of the two functions, f of x minus g of x. Now let's move on to product of two functions of f of x and g of x. F into g. So f into g of x, the combination that we get by multiplying these two functions is just going to be the product of the outputs. I mean the product of f of x and g of x. F of x and g of x are the outputs, right? So the product of the functions f and g are going to be f of x into g of x into g of x. So it's going to be x squared minus 3 into 3x plus 8, which is 3x cube multiplying this and this. Now we'll multiply this and this, x squared and 8. It's going to be 8x squared. Now let's multiply minus 3 and 3x. It's going to be minus 9x. And now let's multiply these last terms, which is minus 3 and 8. We are going to get minus 24. So this is the product of the two functions f and g. I mean f into g of x. We get just the product of the two functions f of x and g of x. So now let's move on to division. So we can also divide two functions like f divided by g of x, and this is just going to be f of x by g of x, the division of the two functions. And provided here an extra condition is g of x is not equal to 0. That's one really important condition, because if g of x is 0 here, we can't divide something by 0, right? That's not possible. So g of x should not be equal to 0. So we should exclude those domains from x where we get 0, right? So let's just do this. F of x by g of x is going to be x squared minus 3 by 3x plus 8. Now we should be careful here, because here x can't be anything. X should not be the value which makes this term 0, because if this term is 0, g of x is 0, and we can't divide, right? So let's so that means 3 of x 3x plus 8 should not be equal to 0. Let's calculate the value of x when it is 0. I mean when if 3 of x plus 8 is 0, what is the value of x? Then we'll exclude that value of x from the domain of this function, right? So let's do that. Yeah, so when is 3 of x plus 8 going to be 0? It's going to be x 3x equals minus 8, which means x equals minus 8 by 3, right? So when x is minus 8 by 3, this term is going to be 0. That means g of x is going to be 0. We don't want that, right? So we should exclude this value of x from the domain of g of x. So we can say the division of the functions is this value. An extra condition is that x is not equal to minus 8 by 3, because this is what causes the trouble, right? So we should include this in the answer. We should write the actual value, and we should exclude the domain which causes a 0 in the denominator. So that was the arithmetic of functions. And one important note that we should remember is that the domain of these combinations of f plus g of x, f minus g of x, f into g of x, f divided by g of x, the domain of these new functions is just going to be the intersection of the domains of this function and this functions. So the domain of let's say f plus g of x is going to be the common part of the domain of f of x and g of x. That's an important note. Alright, now let's move on to, let's say actually there is one more arithmetic that we can discuss here. It's called exponentiation of functions. So we can also do something like f raised to n of x. So this is also a combination which is just going to be f of x raised to n. So this is defined only on one function, right? So what was the original f of x? It's x squared minus 3, right? So we can see so it's x squared minus 3. That means this function is going to be, this new combination is going to be x squared minus 3 raised to n. So these are all the arithmetic combinations, and now let's move on to some examples. Now let's take a look at some examples. Yeah, so I have got some examples here. So if f of x is x plus 1 by x minus 3 and g of x is 2x minus 9, what is f plus g of 2 and what is f minus g of 2? This is the question. So let's solve it. So what is f plus g of x? When given these functions, it's going to be f of x plus g of x, right? So what is this is going to be x plus 1 by x minus 3 plus 2x minus 9. This is f plus g of x is going to be this. That means f plus g of 2 is going to be, just we can substitute 2 here, right? 2 plus 1 by 2 minus 3 plus 2 into 2 minus 9. So here we get 2 plus 1 3 by minus 1 plus 4 minus 9, which is minus 5. So here we get minus 3 minus 5, which is minus 8. So this is f plus g of 2. It's just minus 8, right? Now let's calculate f minus g of 2. Okay, f minus g of 2 is going to be f of 2 minus g of 2, right? Since f minus g of x is f of x minus g of x, f minus g of 2 is f of 2 minus g of 2, which is, here we can see that here it's x plus 1 by x minus 3 minus of 2x minus 9, right? where x equals 2 here. X equals 2. So let's substitute 2 in here. We get 2 plus 1 by here 2 minus 3 and minus 2 into 2 minus 9, right? 2 into 2 minus 9. So here we get 2 plus 1 3 divided by minus 1 2 minus 3. So we get minus 3 minus 2 into 2 4 minus 9, which is minus 5, and minus of minus 5. So here we get minus 3 plus 5, right, which is 2. So the answer to f minus g of 2 is going to be minus 2, since it's just my f of 2 minus g of 2, and the actual answer is this, where x equals 2, and we just substituted and got the answer, right? So that was one example. Let's move on to another example. Now in this question, oh, wait a minute, yeah, in this question f of x is 9x squared and g of x equals 2x squared plus 2x plus 5, then what is f into g of 4? What is this answer? So let's solve it. We know that f into g of x is f of x into g of x, which means it's going to be f of x is 9x squared into g of x is going to be 2x squared plus 2x plus 5, right? So let's just multiply this. So it's 9x squared into 2x squared plus 9x squared into 2x plus 9x squared into 5. So it is 18x power 4 plus 18x cubed plus 9 into 5 45x squared. So the answer is going to be a little big here, right? So now let's substitute 4 instead of x, since we want to calculate f into g of 4, right? So it's going to be 18 into 4 power 4 plus 18 into 4 cube plus 45 into 4 squared. So it's going to be 18 into 4 power 4 is I think it's 216, 216, yes, 216 plus 18 into 4 cube is 64 plus 45 into 16, 4 squared is 16. Calculate this answer yourself, I can't calculate this. So this is the final answer to the question f into g of 4, right? So now let's move on to another question. Yeah, now let's say uh, now if f of x is 9x minus 11 and g of x is 2x squared plus 1 and h of x is x minus 4, what is g into h plus f as a whole of 5 equals, what is this? We need to calculate this. So let's actually break the term, g into h plus f and 5, right? So we can take this as a combination as a function and this as a function. We can take, we can take this combination as a function and this as a function, and we can calculate it like g into h of 5 plus f of 5, right? Since we treated this as a function and this as a function, and the sum is going to be, it's the sum of the outputs, right? So this is going to be this, and we know that g into h of 5 is just going to be the products, right? G of 5 into h of 5 plus f of 5. So we need to calculate this. So what is here Here we can directly substitute 5 in here, right, for g of x to calculate g of 5. So that's going to be 2 into 5 squared plus 1, that is g of 5. And to calculate h of 5, we should substitute 5 in here, right, in h of x. So we get h of 5 equals 5 minus 4, which is 1, plus to calculate f of 5 we need to substitute 5 in here for f of x, since f of 5 is 9 into 5 minus 11. So it's going to be 9 into 5 minus 11. So this is going to be 2 into 5 squared, which is 2 into 25, right, which is 50. 2 into 5 squared, 2 into 25, 50. Yes, plus 1 into 1, and this is 45 minus 11, right? So this is 51 plus 45 minus 11. So this is going to be 86 minus 11. 51 plus 45, 86 minus 11. So it is 75. So the final answer to this question is 75. So it's very simple actually. We get a complex term like this was given, and we broke it up into the sum of two functions, right? We treated this like a function and this like a function, and we know this is a product of two other functions. So finally we got this, and just we substituted 5 in each of the functions, and we got the answer, right? So those are the examples of function arithmetic. So that was what I wanted to discuss with you in this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.